Hello students, good morning. Okay, today we will see the effect of modulation index on a modulated wave. Okay, there are three conditions. First one, it is the EM which is less than EC. Second one, it is the EM is equal to EC, and last one, it is the EM which is greater than EC. Okay, so there are three conditions. Okay, so first we see the first condition. It is the EM which is less than EC. EM which is less than EC, or it is also called as EM which is less than 1, and it is also called as a EM which is less than 100%. Okay. So we will see the first one. EM which is less than EC means what? EM which is less than 1 means what? EM which is less than 100%. Okay. So which is shown in figure number 1. Okay, in this case no distortion which is takes place. Okay, and envelope has exactly same shape as that of modulating signal, hence it is called as a linear modulation or under modulation. Okay, when your EM which is less than 1 means M which is less than 1, that is M which is less than 100%. In this case no distortion which is takes place and envelope has same shape as that of modulating signal, hence it is called as a linear modulation and under modulation. Okay, when your EM which is less than EC, at that time we are getting the waveform which is shown in figure 1. Okay, or which is shown in first figure. Okay, so second one, it is the EM which is equal to EC. When your amplitude of modulating signal and amplitude of carrier signal which is same, then M is equal to 1, means M is equal to 100%. Okay, when your amplitude of modulating signal and amplitude of carrier signal which is same, at that time we are getting the waveform which is shown in figure number 2. Okay, in this case envelope of AM which is not exactly same as your modulating signal. Okay, envelope of AM which is not exactly same as your modulating signal, distortion which is takes place, and this effect which is called as a fully modulated signal. This effect which is called as a fully modulated signal. Okay, when your EM which is equal to EC means the amplitude of modulating signal and amplitude of carrier signal which is same, at that time your M is equal to 1, that is M is equal to 100%. In this case envelope of AM which is not same as your modulating signal, distortion which is takes place, and this type of modulation which is called as a fully modulated, or it is also called as a perfect modulation. It is also called as a perfect modulation. When your EM which is equal to EC, at that time we are getting the waveform which is shown in figure number 2. Okay, third one, it is the EM which is greater than EC, then your M which is greater than 1 means M which is greater than 100%. Okay, in this case envelope of AM which is not exactly same as your modulating signal, so distortion which is takes place, this effect which is called as a over modulation. This effect which is called as a over modulation. When your EM, that is the amplitude of modulating signal, which is greater than amplitude of carrier signal, then the envelope which is not exactly same as your modulating signal. Envelope of AM which is not exactly same as your modulating signal. So we are getting the waveform which is shown in figure number 3. So again distortion which is takes place, and this type of modulation which is also called as a over modulation. Okay, and last one which is the when EM is 0, when modulating signal which is absent, only carrier is present. Only carrier is present. At that time your M is equal to 0, means what? the modulating signal is absent, only carrier signal is present. Means what? Carrier which is transmitted. Only carrier is transmitted. This type of modulation, it is called as a zero modulation. This type of modulation which is called as a zero modulation. I will explain once again the effect of modulation index on the modulated wave. Okay, this type of question which is asked for the MSBT exam for the 4 marks. Okay, so they are given the conditions and you have to draw only the waveform. Okay, so first condition is the EM which is less than EC. It is the perfect condition. Okay, when your EM which is less than EC, okay, means what? When your amplitude of modulating signal which is less than amplitude of your carrier signal, means what? M which is less than 1. When this condition which is happen, then the modulation index which is less than 1, that is your modulation index which is less than your 100%. When your EM which is less than EC, then modulation index which is less than 1, that is M which is less than 100%. In this case, distortion which is does not takes place. Okay, and envelope has exactly same shape as the modulating signal, hence it is called as a linear modulation or under modulation. Okay, this under modulation, it is the perfect condition. It is the perfect condition. Okay, so distortion which is does not takes place in this condition. Okay, next one, it is the EM which is less than EC. Means M, at that time we are getting M is equal to 1, that is M is equal to 100%. In this case, envelope of AM which is not exactly same as your modulating signal and distortion which is occurs. This effect which is called as a fully modulated signal. This effect which is called as a fully modulated signal. Again, this type of condition, distortion which is takes place. Next condition, it is the EM which is greater than EC. Again, this in this condition, the distortion which is takes place, your M which is greater than 1, that is the M which is greater than 100%. Again, this in this case, envelope of AM which is not exactly same as your modulating signal, again distortion which is takes place. And last condition which is the EM is equal to 0, means what? Again EM is absent, means modulating signal which is not present, only carrier is present. So only carrier signal which is transmitted. Only carrier signal which is transmitted. So this is the effect of modulation index on the modulated wave. Next, it is the representation of AM in a time domain and frequency domain. Okay, so in next point we are going to see the concept of sideband. So I have shown you again the representation of AM in a time domain and frequency domain. In a last lecture we have seen this, but in a next pointer we are going to see the concept of sideband. So for the reference purpose I have taken this slide. So see the AM in frequency domain. Okay, so in this AM which is consist of two side bands and carrier signal. Okay, it consists of two side bands and the carrier signal. Okay, the carrier signal does not carry any information. Okay, the carrier signal which is does not carry information. The information which is carried by this sideband, the carrier which is does not carry the any information, carrier which is does not carry any information, the information which is carried out by this sideband. So in the next point we will see the concept of sideband. Okay, okay, next one, it is the concept of sideband. Okay, depending on frequency component present in a spectrum, we have categorized AM as double sideband, single sideband and vestigious sideband. Okay, depending on frequency component present in spectrum, we have categorized AM as double sideband, single sideband and vestigious sideband. This double sideband, which is again divided into two types, double sideband full carrier, double sideband suppressed carrier, okay, and single sideband, which is divided into two, single sideband full carrier, single sideband suppressed carrier, okay. These are the types of sidebands: double sideband, single sideband, vestigious sideband. Double sideband, which is divided into two, double sideband full carrier, double sideband suppressed carrier, and single sideband, which is divided into two, single sideband full carrier, single sideband suppressed carrier. So we will see the one by one. So first one, it is the double sideband full carrier, okay, double sideband full carrier, okay. In this double sideband full carrier, the two sidebands are present and full carrier which is also present. In double sideband full carrier, two sidebands are present and carrier which is also present. So this is the double sideband full carrier. Again, the carrier which is does not carry any information, the information which is carried out by this sideband, okay, information which is carried out by the two sidebands, the carrier which is does not carry any information. So it is the double sideband full carrier. Next one, it is the double sideband suppressed carrier. Double sideband suppressed carrier. In this, two sidebands are present and carrier is suppressed. The two sidebands are present and carrier is suppressed. So carrier is suppressed. So carrier which is shown by dotted line. Double sideband suppressed carrier. In this carrier which is suppressed, only two sidebands are present and the information which is transmitted through these two sidebands, okay. As carrier is suppressed, transmission power which is saved as compared to the transmission through AM. As we are suppressing the carrier, then the transmission power which is saved as compared to transmission through your AM. Means what? The carrier which is suppressed in your double sideband suppressed carrier, so power which is saved as compared to transmission through your double sideband full carrier, okay. Generation and detection which is simpler and inexpensive. Generation and detection which is simpler and inexpensive, okay. Disadvantages 2. First disadvantage is two sidebands carry same information, so power wastage as compared to single sideband suppressed carrier, okay. There are two sidebands and these two sidebands which is carries the same information, so there is a wastage of power as compared to your single sideband suppressed carrier. Next one, it is the less noise immunity. Less noise immunity. Application, it is used in a TV broadcasting, it is used in a radio, it is also used in a transmission of color information in a TV, okay. It is used for the transmission of color information in a TV signal, okay. This double sideband suppressed carrier, in which carrier which is suppressed, so we are saving the power, okay. And disadvantages is two sidebands carries the same information, so power wastage which is takes place as compared to your single sideband suppressed carrier, and this is used in a TV broadcasting, radio, transmission of color information in a TV signal. So this is the double sideband suppressed carrier. Okay. Next one, it is the single sideband full carrier. Single sideband full carrier. Okay. So name which is suggests that there is a single sideband and full carrier which is present. So either LSB which is present or either USB which is present. So you have to show either LSB or either USB. Okay, I have shown the LSB and USB which is suppressed. Okay, so single band which is present and carrier which is present. So SSB FC means what? Single sideband, only single sideband which is present and full carrier which is present. Again only one sideband and only carrier which is transmitted, and which part which is suppressed? One sideband which is suppressed. So this is the single sideband full carrier. Next one, it is the single sideband suppressed carrier. Single sideband suppressed carrier. So carrier which is suppressed and one sideband which is also suppressed. So only one sideband which is present. So either you have to show LSB or either you have to show the USB, and another sideband which is shown by dotted line. So in this single sideband suppressed carrier, only single sideband which is transmitted, or information which is transmitted through your only single sideband. So in double sideband suppressed carrier, two sidebands are there. So they are carrying the same information. So there is a power wastage to transmit the same information twice. So to overcome this, we are using this single sideband suppressed carrier. So when entire carrier and one of the sideband which is suppressed, we are getting the single sideband suppressed carrier. So what is the advantage? First advantage, it is the obviously power which is saved, and these single sidebands having the mover noise immunity as compared to your double sideband. It has mover noise immunity as compared to your double sideband. And disadvantage is this single sideband receivers are very costly. Single sideband receivers are very costly. Again, this single sideband suppressed carrier or single sideband carriers are used for the radar communication, telephone communication, mobile communication, point-to-point communication, wireless communication such as armature radio. It is applicable where we requires power saving and low bandwidth. It is used where we requires power saving and low bandwidth. It is used in a armature radio. Okay, it is used in a radio, radar communication, telephone system, mobile communication and point-to-point communication. Okay, these are the advantages of your single sideband suppressed carrier. So next one, it is the vestigious sideband. And last one, it is the vestigial sideband. Okay. Bandpass filters are used for the generation of single sideband. Bandpass filters are used for the generation of sidebands. Okay. Single sideband. Okay. When the sideband is passed through bandpass filter, due to the practical imperfection, the perfect sideband is not obtained. Okay, so the information which is lost, so VSB, that is the vestigial sideband, is invented. Okay, so what is the vestigial means a part. Okay, in this one complete sideband and a portion of another sideband means vestige, means some part is modulated together. Means what? Along with the upper sideband, some part of lower sideband which is transmitted along with the upper sideband, some part of lower sideband which is transmitted. So this is the vestigial sideband. Okay, so this vestigial sideband having the high efficiency, which having the high efficiency. Again, it is used for the TV transmission all over the world. Okay, in this TV transmission, it is necessary to transmit audio and video information simultaneously. So we are using the VSB, that is the vestigial sideband, for the TV transmission. Okay, so this is the sideband concept. In next lecture we will see the examples related with this AM modulation. So thank you. So